The tumultuous journey of the Duggar family, love, loss, and consequences. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. In the unfolding saga of the Duggar family's life, once cherished for their unwavering faith and familial devotion, recent events have cast a long shadow over their carefully curated image. With the shocking news of Jessa Duggar's separation from Ben Sewald and the arrest of Jeremy Voulo, the fabric of the Duggar narrative is unraveling at an astonishing rate. This story, filled with heartbreak, turmoil, and revelations, paints a complex portrait of a family struggling to maintain their principles amid public scrutiny and personal crises. Initially, the Duggar family appeared to be the epitome of wholesome values. Their reality show 19 Kids and Counting showcased their unwavering faith commitment to family and adherence to traditional gender roles. Viewers were drawn to their unique lifestyle, celebrating the family's strong bonds and seemingly unshakable foundations. Parents Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar instilled in their children the importance of marriage, strong family ties, and moral standings, which they believed would guide them through life. However, behind the scenes, things were never as idyllic as portrayed on screen. As the family expanded, so too did the complexity of their relationships. Tight-knit bonds were often strained by scrutiny from the media and the public, and the challenges of navigating adulthood became starkly apparent for the younger generation. Despite the efforts to project an image of unity, many began to question whether the family's values could withstand the test of time and human fallibility. The first significant ripples of unrest within the Duggar family began to be felt when news broke regarding Jessa Duggar's separation from her husband, Ben Sewald. From the moment they met, Jessa and Ben appeared to have a perfect love story. Their courtship was heavily publicized and celebrated by fans of the family for its adherence to Duggar principles. However, it wasn't long before whispers of discontent began to surface. Initially, Jessa and Ben painted a picture of a picturesque marriage, grounded in love and mutual respect. As newlyweds who eagerly embraced parenthood, they seemed like the embodiment of their parents' teachings. Yet, behind the social media posts and public appearances, cracks were beginning to form in their relationship. The announcement came as a shock to many. Jessa, often regarded as one of the more outspoken Duggar children, expressed her struggles through social media, sharing glimpses of her emotional turmoil. "Sometimes love isn't enough," she posted, her words resonating with anyone who has faced the seemingly insurmountable challenges of a relationship. Jessa's admission echoed with a painful honesty, revealing the depth of her heartache as she ultimately declared that she and Ben were going their separate ways. The announcement of Jessa's separation led to an avalanche of mixed reactions across social media platforms. Fans, many of whom had followed the Duggar family's journey for years, expressed their heartbreak over the news. Social media became a battleground of opinions, with some offering support and others criticizing Jessa's choices. Within the Duggar family, reactions varied. Jim, Bob, and Michelle, known for their strong emphasis on family unity, struggled to come to terms with the reality of their children's strained relationships. While publicly supportive of Jessa, there were undeniable whispers of disappointment, as the unraveling of her marriage seemed to reflect the failures of the family's ideal teachings. As Jessa grappled with her decision, she turned inward, seeking solace within her faith. Friends and family members reached out to her, offering support and comfort during this challenging time. Yet, there was a looming sense of uncertainty about what the future held for Jessa, Ben, and their children. As Jessa's situation unfolded, the Duggar family was dealt another devastating blow with the arrest of Jeremy Voulo, husband of Jessa Duggar. Jeremy had always been a polarizing figure among fans of the family, a former professional soccer player turned pastor with a penchant for colorful social media presence. His role as a supportive husband and father had endeared him to many, but recent events caused alarm. News reports began to surface claiming that Jeremy had been taken into custody due to incidents tied to alleged domestic disturbances. Many were shocked, struggling to reconcile the image of Jeremy as the devoted family man with the seriousness of the allegations against him. Speculation ran rampant, with fans questioning what had led to such drastic actions. Jessa, often regarded as one of the more free-spirited Duggar children, was left to navigate this turmoil publicly, holding firm in her commitment to stand by her husband while being hounded by an intense media spotlight. The arrest sent shockwaves throughout the Duggar community. For a family that had built its identity around conservative values and wholesome living, the incidents began to paint a different picture, one that contradicted the narratives they'd long embraced. There were questions about how these happenings might redefine the family's future and the paths their children would take. As Jessa and Jeremy's situations became intertwined in the media, the impact on the Duggar family as a whole became more apparent. Each scandal felt like a striking blow to the family's carefully constructed image, leading many to wonder how the next generation would respond. The pressure mounted for those left in the public eye to uphold the family's ideals while wrestling with their personal struggles. For Jessa, her separation became a catalyst for introspection. She began to speak publicly about the importance of mental health, acknowledging her battles with anxiety and emotional turmoil. "It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to seek help," she stated, offering a more vulnerable perspective that resonated with many fans. The evolution of Jessa's public persona sparked discussions about what it meant to be a Duggar, or what it might mean going forward in a world where ideals are constantly challenged. Could the family adapt to these changes, or would the struggles they faced ultimately lead to fragmentation? With each passing day, the family keenly felt the weight of their choices, now scrutinized under a magnifying glass. Facing the reality of their fractured relationships and heightened scrutiny, the Duggar family found themselves at a crossroads. For many, the path ahead would be full of challenges, especially as the younger generation wrestled with their identities in a world that seemed at odds with their upbringing. Jessa, navigating her separation, began to cultivate a new sense of self. She focused on her children, determined to provide them with stability amid the chaos. "I want to focus on being the best mom I can be while finding my path," she shared in an interview, expressing hope and resilience as she learned to cope and redefine her life. Meanwhile, Jessa stood firmly by Jeremy's side, publicly advocating for understanding and compassion as they navigated the legal challenges ahead. Their journey became one of love, defense, and standing together against the obstacles they faced. Through social media, they shared moments of joy and struggle, inviting followers to witness their authenticity amidst a turbulent backdrop. As family members openly discussed their individual journeys, the perception of the Duggar name began to shift. Viewers who once idolized the family found themselves reflecting on their own lives, resonating with the reality that every family encounters struggles, no matter how they choose to present themselves to the world. With each new development, the legacy of the Duggar family transformed. What had begun as a narrative steeped in traditionalism and faith began to incorporate an understanding of human complexity. The world was watching as Jessa, Jeremy, and their respective families navigated the repercussions of their choices. In time, the younger Duggars began to carve their paths, with Jessa and Jessa becoming symbols of resilience and authenticity in the face of adversity. The family's narrative evolved from one solely focused on strict ideals to one embracing the realities of love, heartache, and growth. With social media as their platform, the Duggars found a new way to connect with fans, sharing the lessons learned through their challenges. Jessa, taking her experiences to heart, began advocating for women's empowerment, drawing from her journey to speak to others navigating difficult circumstances. She ventured into writing, sharing her stories and insights, and allowing readers to see the complexities behind her seemingly perfect upbringing. Meanwhile, the arrest of Jeremy Voulo served not as a sign of defeat but as an opportunity for understanding the importance of mental health, accountability, and the need for open dialogues about issues that plague many in today's society. As the years passed, the evolving legacy of the Duggars continued to unfold, marked by perseverance in the face of adversity and a renewed commitment to authenticity. The family became a testament to the idea that everyone, regardless of their upbringing, can learn and grow through their experiences. As the saga of the Duggar family continues, the lessons of love, loss, and resilience remain timeless. The trials faced by Jessa, Ben, and Jeremy serve as reminders that even the most celebrated families encounter challenges that test their convictions and reshape their narratives. In a world driven by image and perception, the Duggars' evolution showcases the power of vulnerability and honesty. The family has gradually come to understand that their worth is not solely defined by their public persona but also by their ability to embrace reality and learn from their mistakes. Through the struggles of separation, arrest, and personal growth, the Duggar story invites us to consider our relationships and values deeply. It encourages us to ask ourselves, how do we navigate the intricacies of love and family in an ever-changing world? Ultimately, amidst heartbreak and uncertainty, the Duggar family exemplifies the strength that can emerge from adversity. By facing their challenges and sharing their journeys, they remind us that even within the complexities of life, hope and healing are always within reach. And perhaps, in the long run, this will be the true legacy of the Duggar family, one of authenticity, resilience, and a commitment to love above all else.